Calmer Waters 22. Please give your girl a like, a subscribe, and a share. I'd greatly appreciate it. How are all you beautiful souls doing? I know this has been a heavy energy transit that we have been in, and I just wanted to come on here and just share a few things with each and every one of you. And I hope this helps you stay optimistic in your own endeavors and gives you some peace and ability to look at life with a silver lining, because I am not an astrologer, but I do, like I said, I follow one or two, and I don't really, you don't necessarily have to follow an astrologer to feel the energies that are taking place in each and every one of our worlds. It does help for you to understand what could be taking place and what planet, all the energies are operating out of. But as far as feeling it energetically, you can tap into that yourself. I mean, it's no longer that we're in the energies where we don't all get affected by it. It used to be like per birth chart, I think, but we are out of that phase. Each and every one of us is being affected by these energies in some way, shape, or form, because it is meant to change our worlds, to change our habits, to change our business as usual vibe and energy. So we are all going to feel it in some way. I always like to say, well, you will either feel it on a high level, a mid-grade level, or a low level, but you will feel it some way depending on how you run your day-to-day already. Okay, that will tell you what level you're at and how you need to change, because you might be at a high level where you need to change a lot about your personal life and what you do in your day-to-day. You might be at a mid-grade level where you only need to change a few things or a few big things, right? Or you might be on the lower spectrum because you've been doing your shadow work. You've been clearing out the old closets and the old muddy energy. So you only have to fix maybe one or two things, right? It all depends on where you are at and what work you've been working on. Before I get into the topic, I did want to say this. We just passed a heavy Mercury retrograde, and it was like, I don't know for sure. I think it was like the last time we felt that particular retrograde energy was 2008. I could be totally wrong, so please don't, come for my ninny, my little derriere. But nevertheless, that was a big one. And I wanted to share this. There's always a lot of like tarot readers or just people in general online that state not to make decisions during Mercury retrogrades. Gotta make sure I ain't got no lipstick on my teeth, y'all. So, with that being said, being the beautiful soul that I am, I truly wanted to play around with Mercury because I want to develop a relationship with these planets so that we can move in sync, move onward and upward together, and that I can maximize the best out of the planets, okay? And so rather than me use a negative connotation on Mercury, I wanted to try and see. I really didn't have a choice. Well, we always have choices, so let me stop there. The choice would have been a lot more difficult had I would have waited, okay? And so it was I needed to make a major life change in my own world, and it happened to fall during this last Mercury retrograde. So I said, you know what? Rather than me looking at it like the same way I've always looked at it, and rather than me literally just being negative about Mercury, I wanted to develop a relationship with Mercury that was more positive and more on my side, okay? So I wanted to show Mercury that I appreciate that energy and that it can serve me well rather than not serve me well. So I went ahead with the decisions that needed to be made, and I want to let you know that it wasn't easy. It was shaky, unforeseen things were happening, and it wasn't pleasant. It wasn't pleasant. Did it take me out? No, I'm still here, y'all. I'm still here. I'm in the building, and I'm feeling great. And I'm going to tell you why I'm feeling great. Because once I was able to transmute the uncomfortableness and the uncertainty and all these things coming from different angles and look at it differently, I started getting a euphoric, peaceful, calm feeling because I chose to just go with the flow, right? Go with the flow of chaos. Wow. And I'm so grateful I chose to do that because it has given me another tool of resilience, okay? And now I have a relationship with Mercury that is great. Mercury is actually like patting me on the back, gave me a thumbs up, gave me a huge, big, tight squeeze of a hug, big fatty watty hug. And Mercury was like, listen, boo, you literally took a leap of faith, you ran with it, and you were victorious. And so for that, you will always be on my good graces and good side because you planted a seed. You built a muscle with me, and I'll remember you now. You had the courage to do it. So, next time someone or some energy tells you you can't do it because it is ordained not to, try doing it anyway and see how victorious you come out when you take a leap of faith, when you see life in a silver lining energy. It will serve you, it will work for you, and it will show you how resilient you are and how resilient you can be, okay? So I just wanted to give you guys that piece of hope in this time because we are moving into Virgo season next. And I know I heard, if I can remember correctly, this is going to be a lit one. And this is about changes, endings, and all of that, right? And so the topic that I wanted to talk to each and every one of you about today on Calmer Waters 22 is overthinking and endings, okay? I'm gonna go just dive right in and read to you some tools that you can write down in your handy dandy notebook. And these are wisdom of nuggets of wisdom so that you can reference back to when you are dealing with these energies and have a cheat sheet so you're not all over the place, okay? Okay. So we are talking about overthinking and endings. Let's start with I have it all written down here, guys. There it is. These are some of the things that helped me, and we're gonna start with number 1, okay? Hold on, y'all. I'm at this park. Okay, so number 1, trust your spirit and tune into the universe for guidance. Remember, when you overthink, you're not trusting spirit. When you overthink, you're not tuning into the universe so that you can get the proper answer, the proper response to make the correct decision or move, right? You're not showing source that you can be patient and wait for the answer. So that's what overthinking does. It tunes you away from source in the universe, okay? So don't do it. Don't do it. Number 2, the logic brain focuses only on dense matter, which is heavy energy, which causes you to have limited ideas and belief. If you are overthinking, all you're going to get met with is resistant energy. You're going to get met with heavy thoughts, right? Because it's not going to flow like water. It's not coming from the divine. It's coming from your ego and all the stuff that the ego tells you that is not serving you well and is not aiding and abetting in you for your highest and greatest good, okay? So don't do it. It's a no bueno. Number 3, overthinking keeps you fearful and stuck in your ego, which disconnects you from source. Like I just said, I wrote it down because it does. It makes you not have an intuition, or your intuition is lacking. So you're only getting maybe the tail end of what source was trying to convey to you. Because you're overthinking, you're not allowing your mind to rest. You might need to be sleeping more. You might need to take a nap or sleep in on the weekend or get more hours so that you can get the answers. I know we are taught and trained to go, 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 like little bunny rabbits or little hamsters on a wheel. But that's not always the case in this new time. Over there, please. So please don't do that to yourself, okay? It's not serving you well. Number 4, clearly communicate to all involved that you are ready to leave. This goes into endings, okay? There's so many endings that need to take place in our world. It doesn't just mean relationships as far as like love relationships. It could be anything, a job. It could be your sibling connection, your friend group, your whatever, it's your life. And if you're not clearly communicating that you don't want this connection anymore, or you do not want this energy anymore, then you are essentially being the jerk of the asshole, all that, the immature person, because you're not clearly communicating what it is that you want to leave behind. And you don't necessarily have to say why. I feel like it wouldn't be a bad thing to clearly communicate why you want to leave these things alone, these endings. But the main point to it all, and the main piece of the puzzle, is being clear so that each party involved, each scenario, each situation can be informed clearly on why you're choosing to end it, okay? Let's see. Number 5, we have treat every situation you are exiting with respect and dignity. So that goes back to what I was just saying. If you are wanting to leave something alone and it is an ending for you, treat it with respect. Treat it with dignity, because just because you want to leave it and just because it's not serving you anymore doesn't mean that you don't have respect for the other party or the other situations. And it doesn't mean that you don't keep your dignity when you are making these choices, okay? To exit things. This is all going to start happening in Virgo season. I'm telling you, these energies are going to start piling up so heavy because we have to start being more adults in how we move in our actions. Like I was saying in the last video, it's time for you to start handling things in a different manner. It's no longer business as usual. It's time for us to start changing the way we have been handling situations in our lives, in our present moments. We cannot continue going down the same rabbit hole. It has to be a different one. And it is up to you to create that. It is up to you to change that. No one else. It's no one else's fault. It's only yours because you are refusing to do it. No one is making you not change and evolve to be the better version of yourself. It's no blame game. This is all a personal choice and a personal energy that you are dealing with that you can take a hold of and make it work for you. So I'm not saying this stuff isn't heavy and hard. It is. If you need to have a good cry or two, go ahead and do it. But come back to yourself and say, hey, I love you, self. We got this. This is just a change. And once this change gets ironed out, we're going to be okay. We're okay right now, matter of fact. We're always okay because we're still here on mission to live our best lives, okay? And it starts with internally. This energy starts with yourself. It starts inside of you, and no one can amplify it to go upward or downward but you, okay? I know this was quick. I wanted to get it out. It's hot out here, and I'm about to hop into some AC, okay? But I do love y'all. I'm proud of you. You got this. Do not give up. Do not give in. And remember to look at life with a silver lining, because you are here on purpose and you are here on mission and you are here to be happy. Okay? So until next time, take care.